Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to the stream. My name is Dudzard, and I do cool game dev shit on stream every day. Hello, 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 El Guardian, and congratulations on being first once again. My truly first #1 fan. It's not Just, it's Elgardia. We've always known since the start. How's everyone feeling today? Ready for the middle of the week? Yeah. We are already in the third day of the week. Time is flying by. We are having fun. The Game Boy project is coming really along. We've made some nice progress yesterday on the Unreal Engine game, and that we'll need to fix today. Allergies are still a pain, but fortunately I have my incredible laptop to hide behind, so you don't see my weird sneezing face. But yeah, allergies suck. Ay. So the plan for today is to work on the standalone game, and we'll essentially try to fix a complaint that we've been having by a member of the RTS community, where, well, they complain that the thing doesn't work as it should, and I have no idea what they mean. Well, I know what they mean, like they have it on video, but I cannot replicate it. I cannot replicate it for the sake of me. So we'll need to go and we'll need to investigate. Sounds yay fun, right? Sounds yay fun. So, if you guys are aware, or if you've been paying attention even, the last couple of days I've been working on a feature, on the unit selection feature, like adding some nice quality of life improvements to it, you know. And one of the things that we worked on was whenever we have just a single unit clicked and you are like somewhere in the world, doesn't really matter where, when you click this icon here, it centers the camera on the icon. Pretty cool. If you were to select like multiple entities, you know, if you were then to click one of their little icons here, then it should... Oh, it didn't work. Holy crap. Okay, we replicated the bug. GG, like first try. See how I'm clicking and it's not clicking? Okay, pretty cool. Pretty cool. We need to figure out what the hell is going on. But essentially clicking this should make it so that you'd only select that unit. And yeah, I mean, it's not working. So apparently this is the first time that it has happened to me, so I thought this would take a lot longer to replicate. But yesterday we spent like half an hour trying to replicate this and it never happened once. So let's see. Okay, so I have attached the debugger now. GG's. And the cat is meowing as well. Good morning, cat. This isn't fixing the sim rig? No, it isn't. Also, I'm not like detaching this camera, you know. I would need to do it like with the iPhone or something. But I don't want to show you like my untidy room, you know. Hello, cat. Hello, Simonot. Welcome to the stream. What am I doing? Oh, yeah, I need to go to the multi-selection shenanigans. And for some reason, I need to click on this. I need to click on this button here. And this button doesn't have entity none. And this works. And now it's gonna work. See, like now it worked. No meetings today. Yay! I'm very happy for you. I freaking despise having meetings. And it's the best part about being unemployed. I don't have none. Hooray! No meetings. No meetings Wednesday. Should be like an official holiday every week. No meetings Wednesday. I like that. I liked it a lot. Okay, we failed to replicate the bug because now it's working again. GG. And now I think it's just gonna work forever and ever. For fuck's sake. Okay, what if we stop and start the game again? Surely this is gonna work. Yeah, I don't know now. Okay, let's see. I kind of want an empty space. I don't want to be battling anyone. Okay, so I'm spamming a bunch of people between medics and regular units. Okay, pretty cool. Okay, so if I just select a unit and I move the cursor, it works fine. And if I select like 3 medics and then I click, it worked. See? Ay. Yeah, I don't know. That's why I say this is an impossible bug to fix, because I don't know when this happens. And now, as far as I know, this is just going to work pretty much every time, you know? And then someone also complained that when you click on one of these blank spaces, sometimes like the camera moves. Like, what the hell? Hey yo, what's the bug? Hello, welcome to the stream, 2012 Wolf. So the bug is that sometimes, and no one really knows why, but sometimes when I have these all 4 units selected, you see, and they appear here, clicking this icon should select only that unit, which is working. But sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes we click on it and it doesn't select the unit. You know, it just doesn't select it, and we don't know why, essentially. The only way I see these not working is if for some reason we were populating these with an empty, like with the icons, but we not with not an actual entity ID or something. So entity ID would be none. But I mean, now this works, and this will continue to work pretty much every single instance, and there's not really anything I can do here. You know, it's mighty weird. And if I click on the icon and keep it pressed, it follows the unit really well. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't select. What happens instead? Just nothing. Like I click on this and the click doesn't click, you know? It's almost as if the mouse wasn't working. But now it works. The selection should array from the skies intersecting. Oh, you mean in UI? Yeah, in UI. Sorry folks, I mean in the UI. I can't really scale these more, I think. I mean, I could maybe... No, this just makes the UI smaller. So it doesn't help that much. Okay, I can maybe move it here. I'm trying not to put this behind the image, the video playing, you know. Yeah, on the UI. So if you have multiple units selected and you click on one, I clicked with right click, that's why it didn't go through. But yeah, sometimes you do this, you click on it and it doesn't go. Just doesn't go. Like if I click and hold, it doesn't do jack shit. So maybe that's the reason. So if I click, move, no, if I press, move and release, it doesn't work. So if I do this, but if I press and release the same button, it should work. But maybe that's the bug, you know. That's if I'm clicking and moving like this. Is there a video of the bug happening? Yeah, it happened like 5 minutes ago. On stream. Once. Let me open Discord on the other PC. So I can pull the video. It should use where mouse down is, then act on the mouse up. Maybe. But yeah, this is a good possibility, you know, like where you actually are clicking on one, like if you are like clicking on the border and then you slightly move, it doesn't work. I'm clicking, although it might not look like I'm clicking or I'm pressing, I'm moving the mouse and then I'm releasing. And because these are two IDs, it doesn't do shit. But if I release on the same one, then it works. So I wonder if that's the actual bug. Maybe they are slightly moving the mouse or something. If I move the mouse, no. If I move the mouse inside the same square, it does the same shit. Okay. Pow. Standalone. Okay, someone else is also trying to test it. So hold on. So this handle unit clicked where this is. They're asking where this is handled, you know. Unit button widget. MOE multi-unit selection. Widget CPP line 146. Okay, but let me see the video now. Okay, this is not the bug. I wanted to see the other one. Hold on. No, whenever they do it, they have the mouse not moving. Whenever they do it, they have the mouse not moving. I wonder if this is like a first, like an issue that only happens like the first time you launch Unreal or something. Because at least as far as I know, in the editor, things are kind of like just in time compiled, like the UI. Um, so maybe I'll need to package the game and see if what happens there, you know? When the bug happened, if you had clicked it again, did it still do nothing? Sometimes I can click multiple times and it won't click, but once it works for the first time, it will keep working. At least that's what happened to me. I don't know if it's gonna keep working every single time, but no, I don't want that. I want this. Okay, might as well attach the editor. So it might be an issue with like the first time that thing is populated, you know? Okay, so if I have a single guy working and it moves, and if I send it, it follows the camera properly. This is all fine. If I click on it, it centers on the camera. But then if I have multiple units selected and I click on it, see? Now it didn't work. Like I'm clicking. Hold on. Now it's probably gonna work. But I'm clicking, see? And it's not doing shit. So this only happens like the first time the panel is instantiated. This only happens the first time this is instantiated. But now this is gonna work. Because I removed the cursor out and in, now it's gonna work like 100% of the time. You know? So I think this only happens on a fresh new Unreal. Seems to only happen the first time we play the game in the editor. Successive. Okay, we have another lead death coming. Someone that knows way better than me about the game. So we need to pretend that we know what the fuck we're talking about. We need to pretend that we know. Dang, yeah. Okay, I'll actually want to put that there. Just waiting for them to arrive. Maybe they're here already. No, they aren't. I would see it. Okay, let's try this. Oh, I need to attach the debugger. Okay, it only happens the first time. Why? What's different? Well, something is clearly different, but what exactly? Okay, I want this one. Syria. Oof. Tough country to land on. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Okay, let's spawn some guys here. Majak, hello, welcome to the stream. Hello. What do you mean it only happened with the first? Okay, so I just restarted the editor. Okay, so this is the first time I'm playing the game on this instance of the editor. And I'll do what I've been doing so far, which if I have a single unit walks around perfectly. If I click and hold this button, it works, like it follows the unit and all. If I just click once, it centers on the unit, so all fine and dandy. And then when I select 2 units, it doesn't work. Or it usually doesn't work. Maybe now it will. Yeah, now it will. Fuck me. Okay, restart again. But sometimes, just the first time I played the game, clicking doesn't do anything. But I'll remove the breakpoint because it might be like some timing issue and the breakpoint fixes it. But let me see. Okay, so new editor. I think I noticed the tiles on the UI don't get created until you select and unselect a unit. The tiles on the UI. Like this. Oh, yeah, that's the multi-selection. Well, but in any case, once you actually have this, I mean, it's created now, and now clicking worked. Okay, but maybe it fails if I click on an empty space first. Fucking hell, now it's working. Okay, we go again. Damn, but I thought I had like an amazing repro case because we were able to show it. I couldn't produce it regardless of how often I played it in the editor already. Okay. I was able to replicate it once. Maybe it's different resolutions. But the button is the size of the icon, I think. It should be. So all of the area for the icon should be clickable. And because the icon has like the proper size, you know, because it's called a button image. So if the icon occupies the proper area, then the button should have the proper area. Yeah, but I see what you mean. Like now it doesn't have these things created. So maybe. Okay, let's try that. Okay, so if I spam a bunch of these. Okay, without clicking on an empty space. Okay, if I were to select these medics here. See, but once I select the medics, then it works, you know? And now it's working here again. Lead Geek, hello. Congratulations on the 15th stream streak. GG. Yeah, and once it works the first time, it's just gonna work forever. Or at the very least, I cannot replicate it after having it work at least one time. I don't know. I legit do not know. Maybe there's something weird with the creation of this. The issue is I don't even know how to debug this, you know? How do you debug something that you barely know when it happens? I mean, the only thing that I can check is if this entity ID is none. Because if it is none, then it doesn't do anything. Majak, if you're here, um, the other possibility that we thought about is if you have a button and you press the button and you move the mouse slightly, and you release the button, then it won't register the click because it's not a click, right? It's a press, move, release, and a press and release, and the click are two separate events. So a click implies that you do the press and release on the same button. So if you press, move, release, then it obviously doesn't do anything. But that's not what Nick has been doing either. Like Nick has been putting the mouse standing still on top of the icon, clicking like several times, and then it eventually goes through. Could it be that some invisible layer is above the unit? Well, that would explain it. Having like an image here that would consume all of the clicks for us. I saw in the logs that you are recreating create unit icon widget often. I think we are handling the selection often. I think we are like setting this selection pretty much every frame already. And that essentially emits events to everything, including the UI. But as far as I know, that was already doing that. I mean, it's weird. It is weird. Okay, but I like 2012 suggestion. Like maybe we have something invisible being rendered on top of this grid, and that's why you can click. But why would it disappear after a while, you know? Like, we don't have any logic where you add an invisible panel after a little bit, you know? Because we aren't supposed to have invisible panels, so... But could it be a layering issue, though? Yeah, because once it's working, then it's just gonna work every single time. So there's no point in me be doing this. What more can I try? Okay, maybe I can try like a smaller editor or something. Nope, this still works. Okay, what if I restart it? Yeah, these logs here for no icon found for tag is because I'm creating the 24 buttons, you know, so that the grid has like the proper sizing. I wasn't able to find like a way to force the grid to always be 8x3. Like the grid kinda grows and readjusts the more you push to it. So I'm pushing, or I'm creating these 24 times. But for some of them, I won't have this. I won't have like an actual icon to show, and that's why it's logging this stuff. I think that's what you meant with no icon found for tag none. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna be lazy. and just say, why not just force this selection somehow at the first frame of the game? Sorry, I didn't know what you mean. Why not just force this selection somehow at the first frame of the game? That is the magical way how it works the first time. Basically force the first time at the first frame and clear it. It initializes when it doesn't work the first time, right? I don't know. I tried to replicate it, well, not now, but I tried to replicate it your way, and it still worked. You know, it still worked. So here it's not initialized, you know. So it's still not initialized. Holy crap, did I only get... Okay, so it's still not initialized. So I'm gonna spam a bunch of these guys. Okay, I'm gonna select them. It's still not initialized. Now it has been initialized. And now it works. So that's not it. Or maybe there's a race condition with that specific situation. But yep, okay, I have no idea. Well, same. GG, you are a professional game developer as well. I'm as clueless as one can be. What would explain this? Okay, I think we'll need to check code, you know. I think we need to check code. Okay. Text block, text block, text block, text block, text block, text block. Amazing UI. Amazing UI. Okay, so essentially we have this selection switcher here, which only shows by default one of them. Okay, it only shows one of them. So it will either show a fortress when a fortress is selected. And these are like the entries for purchasing new units, which is this UI right here. And when you click on one, it like updates to show like the spawn queue, you see. So this is the first UI, and this only shows when you have a fortress selected. Then if you click on a single unit, this is what it shows. So it shows like a picture of the unit, its name, and then stats for that unit, which is what we have here. Okay, and then you have the other one, which is the multi-unit selection, which is the one that we are trying to fix somehow, which is this one. And this one doesn't show anything here, obviously, but this one is a grid panel. It has this weird image here, but as far as I know, it's not clickable, you know, not it testable, so you cannot actually click on it. So that's not the issue. But it has this grid panel, GP unit holder, and whenever you get the populate selection widget event, which is getting called where is this getting called? Well, this is getting called somewhere. Find the references by name everywhere. Yes. Give it to me. Okay, so it's getting set. Oops. Oh, I lost the click thing. It's here. So it's getting set either here, where when we have entity selected, we check how many entities we have selected, you know? So if we have 0, and if it's a fortress, we show the fortress. No, linked equals 0. Okay, so if it's 0 for some reason, it still shows the the multi one, which makes sense. And then we also have another place for it, which is on selection change, which is here, which again we check how many entities we have selected. If it's one entity, then we show the single unit selection. If it's more than one, then we show this one. But this is just calling show for this one and populate for this one. And this populate event just calls populate unit grid, and where's that the other one? Oh, I'm lost. I hate blueprint so much. And this show is getting called here. So it calls hide, and then it tries to populate stuff. Hide just hides and sets all the text to empty, so this is not it. And then yeah, that's the only thing it does. It just sets all the text to nothing. No, but we meant show, sorry. Show calls populate from entity, which just grabs that entity ID. It grabs like the health, the attack data and stuff. And then the only thing it does is it sets like text, you know. But it also sets this. It also sets this, and this is also a button. But it's mainly setting text, set text, set text, set text, set text, set text, set text. You know, because it's this panel here. It's just setting text. So there's no turning on or off like panels. That turning on and off is done automatically by Unreal through the what's it called? It's done automatically by Unreal by this selection switcher, which is something that we don't have control over. You know, we just yeah, we don't have control over it. The only thing that we do is we just set active widget to the widget that we just created, and then it automatically switches on itself. So we are not the ones disabling one to enable the other. We are just doing show this. This is the one active, this is the one active, and you can only have one active at a time because that's how the component works. So yeah, I have no idea. But yeah, this is the no icon found for tag none is just this. That stuff there. Can you make a debug message when you click the unit? Just so it actually gets clicked when the bug happens, a print string thing. Well, I can, but I haven't been able to replicate it since that one single time. but I think I could do something like here. How do we do it? It's a UE underscore something log. I never know how this weird log stuff works. A log temp, yeah, it's this. Okay, yoink. Log text, blah blah blah. Trying to click on entity, and then we pass entity ID. I think this is how we do it, or do we pass entity as an argument there? It's this way. Okay. Okay. Let's try this. Can you check the image 123 references? What is it used for? It's written under my name, but I can tell you the name. It's Tekken 8 OST, Tekken 8, Tekken Fight Launch Entrance. Yeah, maybe I should have command to print the. Okay, let's pivot. Let's pivot. Let's add a command that gives us the name of the song. How would I do that? How would I do that? Well, I kind of want to remove the actual song from stream elements. Okay, so we have this here. Now we add an action. This is gonna be a bot command. We'll call it song. This is this. The trigger will be a command. Command triggered, command song job. Now how do I get which music is playing? Play sound. Miscellaneous. MIDI, no. Logic, no. File IO. Well, I can read from a file because I'm writing this to a file. So maybe that's what I need to do. Although, okay, I will need to investigate actually. Because I'm using this YouTube player thingy, so all of these are like unit URLs, YouTube URLs, so I would be able to just like link you the URL to the song. If I actually knew how to do that, you know. Yeah, I think I would need to do like some API stuff with that. Actions, arguments, C# commands, file IO. Yeah. Okay, ignore it. Delete. We go back. But yeah, it's under the stream. Or under my face. By the way, for the ones of you that are watching, if you guys don't follow me, I'm trying to break 100 followers this week, which would be really, really cool. We still have 10 to go. So yeah, give me a free follow, please. I need followers. Please notice me. It always feels so awkward. Trying to F people. Hooray! It worked. Yeah, I was trying to kind of force you to follow me. Thank you, Marjack, for the follow. Free confetti for you. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. See, you didn't know we had confetti here. Okay. So, I mean, let's try again. I don't know. I kind of wanted to like replicate, like we were able to have these not work once. You know, we had these not work once. So I kind of want to maybe check the VOD and try to replicate that perfectly, because it's the only recorded instance I know I have of the thing not working. But as far as my memory goes, oh, am I on the right back screen? Hold on, am I? No. The hell? Oh, it was just the player. That was weird. Never mind. Got me scared there for a second. But as far as I remember, I would click on one guy, I would move it, I would click on this, it would work. Then I would select multiple units. Then I would click on them. But it works, obviously. Obviously it works. But funny enough, it's not... Oh, it's actually trying to click on entity. Yeah. So it's actually logging there. Oh man, I don't know. I don't know. Should we maybe watch the VOD? Maybe. Yeah, I think we need to watch the VOD. I don't know what else we could do, honestly. Hello, Minimi. Oh, so many ones of me here. Awkward. Wrong button. Here. This one. Yeah, it feels very awkward watching me on stream. Okay. We keep going. Me. Do I have like a timestamp? Can I add timestamps here? Why don't I have timestamps? Hold on. Good morning. Yeah, these I think I know this. Okay, I can reproduce it regardless. No, this was before Majek joined. Okay. That was good. Okay, 10:24. At 10:24. Fuck. Yeah, I don't have time here because I'm in front of the of the thing. Well, but the stream started at like 9:56 or something. So it's at minute 27. Kinda. Okay, I think this is where we reproduced it. Okay, so a bunch of them. Then I talked with people. I memed with people. Yeah. Pretty cool memer. Yeah. Stop explaining and work. Then I zoomed in on the camera. Okay. I zoomed in on the camera. So I click a bunch of times, the guy goes. It like works. When I click on a... Oh no, okay. So this was after Majek joined. So this will work. So this is not the... This is not it. It was on the previous one. Fake news. We go back. Fake news, we go back. Okay, so I'm moving and moving, trying to find. Okay, so I first click on that guy. Then I click on this one. I spam rifleman and medics alternated. Then I zoom in on the camera. I move the guy along. This works. This works. This works. This works. And then I select two of them. Okay, and then it doesn't work. Okay. Okay, we got the... We just need to replicate perfectly what we just did. But yeah, I think we'll be able to do it. Okay, let's see. So first things first, I go to a port. I'm pretty sure I tried to replicate this every other time and it still worked. The only thing that I noticed that I wasn't doing before was like zooming in on the camera. But zooming in on the camera shouldn't like change anything. But we'll try. Okay, so I first select a port and I set the rally point there, but I don't spawn anyone here because ports only have regular units and boats. Hello, She. Good morning. So yeah, I click the port and I say, okay, it's not. I don't want a port. I want like a regular bunker, and then I spam riflemen and medics like alternated. Oh, but I attached. See, maybe it might not look like it, but I'm attaching the debugger. That's what I do there. You'll see here, I will quickly go to this icon here. I click attach, and then it's behind this thing, but it says editor has been attached. And you also see that icon goes to the prohibited or disabled icon while it's actually trying to attach, and then once it attaches, it shows red with a check mark, with a green mark, saying, okay, this breakpoint is ready to be used. Let's pretend it's that. So what I thought would happen is once I clicked on this, and I would click on an entity, I would click on an icon, but the click wouldn't go through. What I thought was happening is that the entity ID would be set to none. But that's not the case. Because if it were, then it would enter that breakpoint. So it's not here still. But once I select the two medics, yeah, do it, cool. And now when I click on this, I'm clicking. My assumption was that that would hit that breakpoint there, but it's not hitting that breakpoint. So either this is not getting called at all, or this is getting called, but whatever the other selection code is supposed to be doing is not doing. You click the unit camera lock before selecting the medic. Yeah. I think I already tried to replicate all of this, but we'll try to do this a step at a time and perfectly. I think I figured something out. It always works for me once I play without bots. I don't have bots ever. At least when I'm developing UI stuff, I never have bots. It just didn't work on this video. Okay, if you are paying attention now, this is the only time it didn't work for me. Okay, and I had just restarted the editor. Okay, so the step is I first select a port, which I regret immediately. Hold on, let's wait. So I select a port, which is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a regular fortress bunker. So I still set the rally point. I don't know if that matters. But then I switch to a regular bunker. I set the rally point and I spam rifleman and medic alternated. Then I set I attached the debugger because I thought that it would hit this breakpoint here with entity ID equals none. But I set the debugger while playing this. And first I select just a single rifleman. Go ahead, yeah, just a single rifleman. And thing works as usual. If I click the icon, it follows the guy as it's supposed to do. Pretty cool. Just a single click, fun. And then I select the two medics. And my assumption here is if this would fail, it would hit that breakpoint. So now I go on top of it and I'm clicking non-stop. But it's also not hitting that breakpoint. So but once I move the mouse over to the IDE and then back into Unreal, it works. So currently the mouse cursor is there, it's here. But then I move the mouse over without clicking on anything. Well, I scroll, and when I go back, now it works. Yeah, so I don't know, and now it's just gonna work. But it didn't stop on that breakpoint, and that's the weird part. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Can I replicate this? Dark Magics, yeah. I mean, have you noticed the stream title? This is fixing the unfixable bug. Could it be that the bot selections are increasing the problem somehow? Because I can definitely see it 100 times more with bots. Can you play with 10 bots and check whether the problem is more visible for you? Yep. Right, because playing with the bots would still be doing a bunch of checks with the local player. No, because each bot is a player of their own, I think. But maybe it's going on some path that it shouldn't. Yeah, I can see the bots messing this up. Yeah, that's a good call. Let's try. Okay. By the way, I'm not fighting the bots. Okay, I am not fighting the bots. The bots will completely annihilate me. This is not a gaming stream. Okay, not a gaming stream. Okay, might as well attach the debugger again. I'll put the breakpoint there just because why not? Okay, we are team orange. Not that it matters that much. Okay, I do this, I spam these alternated. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Okay. I select just a single guy. It goes. If I click on it, it goes. Then a single click and it goes. Then I select medics and I click on the medics and it doesn't go and then it goes. Okay, cool. Cool. Where are the logs? Stop. Okay. Did it actually... Where can I see the logs? Help. Is it this one? Oh my god. It should be this one, right? Trying to... Okay, so this only got called once. This only got called once. And I clicked multiple times. Okay, maybe. Yeah. This for sure happens way more often. Now I'm clicking and it's not going. It's working 1 out of 3 clicks. No, 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 no. Okay. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay, so the bots are making it worse. The bots are making it worse. Okay, let's try again. Holy, can I actually filter this? Bro, can you like chill? Okay, 2 clicks. It's weird. It's hella weird. 4, 4. Okay, so now I clicked 4 times. Now, can you chill, please? No, there's something odd here. There's something odd here. Yeah, I clicked 4 times and it only went through once. Now it's a random amount of clicks, so it works. So I wonder if I'm getting updates from this guy here, you know? Like, who's actually calling this create unit icon? Create unit icon. Because if someone would be to enter here, then... Okay. Need to go back. Can I actually like freeze the bots so the bots don't do anything? Well, but it's probably them selecting people around that's causing this. Thinking time down to 0. Yeah, this happens way more often now. But now it's working. Yeah, but I think if I disable the bots, then they wouldn't make any selections. So yeah, so as you can see, this is like getting called a bunch of times. This is like create unit icon widget. Like this is getting created a bunch of times. Or getting called a bunch of times. Why? Broadcast selection, new selection 3. Well, but I guess these are mine. Okay, never mind. Who's calling this? This guy on selection changed. Command bar, fortress selection. Fortress selection. But I mean, that appears to be getting called. Always with my data, no? Selected entities 333. So I'm the only one calling this, apparently. Can I... What can I do here? Broadcast selection changed. Okay, and this comes from here, which comes from here, which comes from remove from selection. 617. Mark newly dead entities. I mean, in any case, I don't know why these would... The only thing this is doing is if an entity dies, just in case I have the entity selected, it will automatically unselect that unit for me. This is essentially what is happening here. Remove from selection, remove from selection. Update, assign new guard, update campfire ownership, update. See, like now my selected entities is only 2 because I unselected that unit. So it should have updated these automatically to be only 2. And now one more of them will die, and this will be only 1 selected. Well, actually I'm winning, apparently. See, only 1 selected. So this is working. This part here is working. So we are essentially trying to always update our selected entities based on world events, just in case someone kills ours or something. Is that C++? Yes. This is Unreal Engine. And Unreal Engine only uses C++ or blueprints. But we are using C++ for in-game code. Hello, GLP Fox P. Welcome to the stream. Yeah. I don't know. Because as far as I understand, we are then sorting these by priority and by tag. Oh, thank you for the follow. Well, then you get free confetti just for you. This is your confetti. Thank you very much for the follow. Yeah, my name is Dudezord and I do game development stuff on stream. I have 3 projects that I like rotate like every day. And today the morning stream is working on this apparently impossible bug that we are trying to replicate. Well, we can replicate it now. We just don't know what's happening. Okay, but maybe let's take... do you use Unity and C# too? Yeah, there's one game. I have a list of ongoing projects underneath the stream. Where I have the Game Boy emulator, which I'm building in Rust. I have this game called Standalone. By the way, go wishlist it on Steam, please. Which is an RTS game inspired on Warcraft 3 mod. And we are trying to create a standalone version of it so we can sell it on Steam. And then I have a third game that I'm building with a friend, and that one is in Unity and C#. But yeah, I kind of decide just in the morning when I wake up, what will be the project I will be handling that day. Add child to grid. Clear grid panel. I mean, but unless this clear grid panel is like doing some weird stuff. But no, I mean, it's just removing all of them. I have an hypothesis. Do you want to know what my hypothesis is? Maciek, are you here? I don't know if that's gonna make much sense, honestly. But I have an hypothesis, which is maybe what's happening. So when we have the selected entities, when we have the list of selected entities, we are trying to sort this list in order to show riflemen first, and then medics, and then tanks, and then captains, and then whatever. So what I think is happening is that every time we refresh, that sorting might not be deterministic. So you might have one frame where you have like Rifleman A and Rifleman B, and then you click on Rifleman A. The next frame they switch. And then you release, but you're not releasing on Rifleman A anymore. And so it doesn't work. So like they are going back and forth between Rifleman A and Rifleman B, like very fast. So what we could do is, instead of doing this based on tag only, we could also do this based on entity. Sort by entity number. But how is the bots interacting with that? Any selection event, well, not any selection event, but any kill event, any set guard event is forcing us to update our own selection list, just in case one of our selected entities died. Just so the UI updates automatically. So yeah, that causes it. Why would it happen in a single game? No idea. What can I actually do here? Okay, so I'm just adding these guys there. If priority A different than priority B, do that. If they are the same priority, then I need to do entity ID A, entity ID. No, first I need to do a string. No, and it's not this. No, it's this. And here I need to check if the tags are different. A.tag is different than B.tag. Then I sort them by tag as well. But if they are the same priority, well, the priority kind of gives me this, but whatever. But if they have the same priority and they have the same tag, then I do this. Yeah, I like this plan. I like this plan. Okay, let me read. Okay, so after the debug print message, when the debug happens, what comes after it? Surely it doesn't go where it's supposed to go. No, when it prints, then it works. But sometimes it doesn't print, but whenever it doesn't print, the click also doesn't go through. Try by sorting with entity ID ascending, a second condition. Yep, that's what we did. What if you disable the filtering to test that theory? Or is that too hard to do? Well, I would just comment out this. But I think this is I think this might work. Hopefully. Surely this is gonna work. Surely. Yeah, but you can see here like no icon found, no icon found because yeah. I mean, it shouldn't be trying to populate this because this is not even selected. Yeah, there's something still weird here for some reason. Okay, so I'm gonna have this open for a little bit. No. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Okay, you mentioned something about the thinking for the bots. Think interval 0. Okay, so what if the bots don't actually move? Well, maybe they move, they just don't attack. I don't know. But like, it's weird. Well, no. But it's weird how this is calling create unit no icon found for tag. Well, this shouldn't even be visible, you know? Well, I don't know what happened, but the bots are moving. So putting that at 0 didn't actually fix anything. Oh boy. Do I even have something alive? I have this. I mean, no. Okay, but the bots do make it easier to reproduce, but the issue is not the sorting. So I'm just gonna roll back. Well, no, I'm gonna leave it. Oh, fuck. Okay, I don't have the. I don't have the key to go back. Rip. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna leave this here. So at least this part here is deterministic. The part that is weird for me is why would the bots be calling the populate stuff? Because bots don't have UI, you know? But if I go here, well, now they aren't printing anything. If I click here, now they are not logging that. Or maybe I'm looking at the wrong place. It's possible. This is tough. Wait, why does the sort order matter? Are you tracking clicks by array index instead of entity ID? I think 0 might actually be the maximum thinking, or the maximum thinking. Okay, sorry, I'm only half paying attention, didn't see all the code. No, we are not clicking based on the index of the button. We are storing the entity ID in the button. So whenever we click on the button, the button knows which entity ID it belongs to, so it should work. What's happening is that we are not getting a click event on the button. And the current hypothesis is that the UI is being refreshed while we are clicking and releasing. So the order of the buttons can change without you seeing. So you click on one button, but then it like changes order. So when you release it, it's a different button, you know? That could be a possibility. I don't know. That would make sense. That's the only way I can see why these wouldn't work as it's supposed to. Because you are essentially generating new buttons, right? You're not actually... Maybe that's the thing. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe I shouldn't clear this. Maybe I shouldn't remove all the children from the grid. Maybe I should reuse the same buttons. Because creating buttons every n frames is giving them distinct IDs, which would cause these to not work. You know? So in reality, this clear grid panel, the only thing this should do is like set buttons to empty. So instead of actually creating like this widget here, yeah, I don't know. Okay, because I call populate, right? And I will only have like 3 units selected or something. But because this is a grid and I want to make sure that the proportion for the buttons are all correct, I always generate the 24 buttons, but only the first 3 are clickable. Only the first 3 are clickable. So I do create this widget. I do add this widget there. But maybe I should create... This goes kinda in hand with what 2012 Wolf said. Maybe we should create these at a start time. What about something like on mouse down recorded data of the button clicked and its bounding box, then on release check if the cursor is still in the bounding box and use the recorded data, then it wouldn't matter if the button was deleted in the meantime. Why would I make harder life for me? You know, like Unreal has all of these UI events that we should be using because that's the actual best way to use this. So if things aren't working, I might as well fix them and not try to add a hack on top of it. Yeah, I mean, that's way too over-engineered. Might as well have these work perfectly because we might use this code for more stuff. And then whoever comes after and needs to play with this, and if it's not me, then they wouldn't know why would have that code in place. Can you keep the buttons and hide them if they have no entity ID linked? Well, if I hide them, I think they wouldn't have like a physical space, so then the grid would like collapse. I think. Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll go with let's create the buttons once. Let's create the buttons once and then we update the buttons. You know? I like that more. I like that more. Okay, when is native construct called? Is this like called multiple times? Or is it called like once at the start? I think this is only called like when compiled the first time. Which if that's the case, then I'll just... Yeah, so this is called once. And even if I were to do this... Okay, so we actually want to populate the unit grid with so imagine I want to do this. I want to pass an empty array, you know, something like this, and I don't care about that. But the widget class. Fuck. Well, no, I can't do this here. I need to do this inside here. Or I would need to check inside here. Can't you keep the button and hide them? I found a way, create only once. What about if you click on new units? What about my fingers are not working today? Yeah. Okay. We will figure it out. We'll figure it out. So unit selection widget. Okay, here. Here I won't need to clear the grid panel. You know, here I won't need to clear the grid panel. What I need to do, so I have the units, I sort the units. It's whatever. But instead of adding child to the grid every single time. Okay, so I will actually need to have a pointer to these buttons on my end. But then it would need to be of this. No, I can only keep this. Okay, so I will need. Okay, I think I think I can see. I think I can see it now. So I'll have a array of these pointers, you know, which is unit buttons. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And then whenever I do this, whenever I do this, if unit buttons dot, is it length, len, size, help? Oh, yeah, I shouldn't be writing Rust. If unit buttons, oh my god, unit buttons dot length, size, oh my god, count. Oh my god, what the hell is this? How do I get the length of an array? Oh my god. I thought it would be like length, something like this. Apparently not. Dot length. I mean, the autocomplete is not auto-completing. But yeah, essentially I want to check if length, and if the length is less than max units, then I legit need to create this. Okay, so I actually only create the buttons once here, because else I would need to do something like this. So I will grab that button, or I would do a update unit icon widget, and then I would pass the button. I mean, I'm obviously doing something very, very wrong here. Get data. It's not count bytes, like what the hell? if it's not size, if it's not length, elements, num, it's num. For fuck's sake. Whoever invented this API should like be fired. Okay, so we will need to create. So this, the first time it's just going to create the icon widgets, which is whatever, it's fine. But then we'll also want to have this update widget, you know. Which is pretty cool, pretty cool. And in this case, I need to pass this. So it's that widget and then this entity data as well. Okay, so I kind of need to update this stuff. Yeah. Cool. Okay, pretty awesome. This needs to be private. Helpers, yes. I don't think I need clear. I don't think clear should ever exist. Yeah. Go die in a fire, please. I mean, imagine me having all of this work and then this wouldn't just work. Like, it wouldn't do anything, you know? That would be very sad. I mean, I could... hold on. Unit buttons, this. Okay, so I actually need to do unit buttons dot add bro icon widget. Cool. And then I also add it there. Pretty cool. So maybe I could create an empty one and then I would call like update on it, you know? Yeah, maybe I could just call this. Because it already has all of this stuff. So this is to create the widget. This is to create the widget. And then I'll need to have the this one here. You know, and then I wouldn't need any of these. Yeah. I'm feeling this. I'm feeling this. Actually, before you go any further, what about assigning some random ID to each button? Clicking it and checking it if it changes when the bug happens. I'm way too committed for this now. I'm way too committed on this solution now. Maybe this is not the proper solution. Maybe it won't fix anything. But at the very least, we wouldn't be creating widgets every single frame. So even if this doesn't fix it, at least we'll have a little bit better code. Whoa, stream. Yeah, hello TS Joss, welcome to the stream. My name is Dudesord and I do cool game dev shit here. Every day. Working days only. Okay, so I still need a button. I still need this button. Bloop. Cool. No, go back. Thank you. Well, I kind of want to I need to have a fallback where it essentially doesn't do anything with it, you know? You know? Okay, but this will... Okay, I need to check the code, the old code. Oops, wrong stuff. Okay, I don't care about this, I don't care about this. This is the sorting. Unit buttons, okay. Let me split this so I have an idea of what we were doing before. Confused. I'm confused. So here I passed the icon data set, which is just a table of data. But then... Oh, okay, so I still create the widget, but it will just be an empty widget. Got it. Got it. So on create, hold on, okay. So on create, I'm just creating the empty widget of that type, which is great. And these should work now. I think this is kind of ready to test at the very least, you know? I think that at the very least, this should be working. Although this doesn't work dynamically if the type differs, but at least for now, it's always the same type. Okay, are we ready to test this? This should only create them once, all 24 of them. They will be empty. And then whenever I do a selection, it should update them. You know, it should update them. Set display data. Okay, so maybe I need to do an empty display data here. Button index gonna be a index none. And then here I actually need to remove this. I think this is gonna work. And I think it's gonna be amazing. And you guys will be able to see how amazing of a game developer I am. Yeah. These are the types of bugs that I enjoy the most, like the things that are not that clear. Yesterday, if you saw like the Game Boy emulator development, oh boy, there was like a bug in there that it took me like 2 hours to figure out why it was happening, and then it was nothing related to what I thought it was initially, but now it works. Works on my machine. Yeah, typical meme. Okay, will this work? I'm getting a raise if this works. I've been promised a raise. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Oh man, but just imagine, you know? Just imagine if this actually worked. GG, it crashed. No, it didn't crash. Oh. But it's like, it's not clearing them perfectly, you know? See? Bloop. Okay. Yeah. Not clearing them. Why? Who knows? Oh no, there come the bots. Can you please like destroy them? Thank you. Yeah. Fuck you. Mortars. Go, go, go. Attack the tank. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. I mean, it's kind of updating, you know? Like I selected 4 medics. I have 4 medics there. If I select 3 units in a tank, I have 3 units in the tank. But then it's not updating like the others that come next. But I wonder if I have all of this selected, if they always work, you know? It appears to be working. Just the this clearing stuff is not working properly. So attach. Okay, set display icon. Be image if is null. Yeah, I'll probably need to change this code. Egypt have no military planning capability. 4 men running into a tank. True. True, true, true. So the empty parts, the input array needs to have empty slots as well. Well, I don't want to have empty slots in the array. I want to have buttons that don't do anything. Because if I don't have buttons, the grid will collapse, you know? The buttons need to be there so the grid always have the same size. I think. See, so I have the 24 buttons, but my selected entities are only 4. So for the first 4, it should update them properly, you know, like this 1, 2, 3, 4. This one should be proper because they are the selected ones, but everything else should be reset to not show, not click. Well, you need a way to pass through the remaining slots and reset them. Yeah, maybe I could have just like a button like reset or clear. Maybe clear button data does everything. Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe I just do this. And I need to remove that unclicked stuff as well. Okay, we go again. Yeah, I was trying to do it in place, but probably there's an helper function already to do that. Hey, what if... What if you just do X? Okay, let me read. What if when you press or it updates, they are all reset by default, and then they are populated by the units array? That would work, but that would mean that you would be resetting 24 buttons to maybe only update 2. So you would do 24 of them, then plus 2. And if you were selecting 24 new units, you do 24 resets and then 24 updates, you know? And this way, it's only 24 every time. So your solution would be 24 plus the number of selected units, and mine is 24 every time. I'm not saying mine is better, but it is. It kinda is. No, I'm just kidding. I'm very thankful for everyone's suggestion. Yeah, it's mainly that. I like having... Yeah, sometimes that lags there, which scares me, which wasn't working before. But see, at least now, if I only have like these guys selected. Okay, let me move these away. Bro, you come here. Yeah. Like, stuff is happening, but apparently this is always working now. See? At the very least, this is now always working. Can I have just these guys here? Yeah, this appears to be working now, and it wasn't working before, so good job us. Good job us. Yeah, but there's still a weird like where it lags and it prints a bunch of red stuff in there that I kind of wanna take a look at, because that's scary. That is scary. So let's see if we can, at the very least, attempted to access index 0 from array. Trying to click on entity 820. Oh. Trying to click on what? Hold on. Okay, I'm confused. It was logging, like trying to click on entity, blah 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 blah. But who is trying to click on that? Or is that like old data? Attempted to access. Okay, hold on. This is still getting called, but apparently by one of the bots or something. Bots again. Well, even if they were bots, it should be stopping on the breakpoint. Clear. Okay, let me pause this. Dead unit. Weird. I'm kind of worried about this stuff. Attempted to access index 0 from array of length blah 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 blah. First time, hello Matt K. Hey, first time seeing your stream. Are you using mass for the huge unit counts? Well, I don't know where mass is. I assume it's some like job scheduling thing for Unreal. If I were to guess, well, at least it's the first time I'm hearing about this name. But actually don't know. But I would say no. I don't think we are using NFTs. No. We are not using mass. We are... we essentially rewrote our own physics engine and renderer. And yeah, we are essentially using our own renderer and our own animation graph and our own physics engine, because we are not using any Unreal Engine A actors, you know? Like I can prove it to you. So I can come here and I can click on this and see, and it selected that guy. I also can click on the trees because the trees are actors, so it shows what is selected, you know. But units are not selectable because they are not part of the Unreal Engine pipeline. So yeah, everything that is units in this game, we implemented our own entity component system, because we also want to control determinism, right? Because it's very important for this type of stuff. And we also wanted to decouple the units updating with the rendering and everything that should look smooth but doesn't need to be smooth on the internals, you know? So, for example, the units, their internal data are only updated 20 times a second, so 20 FPS, but the rendering runs as fast as it needs to run. And the reason why we want to have the unit updating only 20 times a second, it's because it becomes easier, double quotes, to actually keep determinism and synchronization with multiple people around, because you have more leeway in terms of frame time to actually update everyone. Yeah, and essentially because we decoupled all of these units from Unreal A actors types, Unreal doesn't process them at all. We are the ones that control whenever they need to be processed and rendered, and whenever we need to animate them and move them. So essentially, I mean, there are games where we have like 5,000 units on screen, and you wouldn't want to have Unreal every single frame. And if you are trying to run at 140 FPS, right? You wouldn't want to have Unreal every single one of those 140 FPS iterating over 5,000 objects and like do collisions and all of that stuff. So we do it ourselves. We control everything that pertain to these units, and that's why we can say that the game runs very, very smoothly. So yeah, huge effort by Majek and Nick, which are the two like lead devs on the project. I'm just helping with more simple stuff. So yeah, it's all their idea, their work in here. Yeah, they've been working on this for 2 years, a little bit over 2 years, and I just joined like 4 months ago. So yeah, pretty amazing work that we have here. And this started as a Warcraft 3 mod that has been in development for around 20 years by now. And we are trying to create a standalone version, hence the name of the game, Standalone. We are trying to create a standalone version so that we can put it on Steam, and then we can have any person play it, and not attached to the Warcraft 3 game, because if it's attached to the Warcraft 3 game, then we cannot monetize this in any way. So yeah, that's the plan. Bring a 20-year-old mod to the modern days with a prettier graphics, better features, and yeah, that's the pitch. That's the pitch. Okay, what was I doing? I don't even know. Yeah, I was testing something. I don't remember what, but I was testing something. Oh, I know what I wanted to see. So every once in a while, this spams like a ton of red stuff. Which is not this. Which is not this. I think I need to start from scratch. Matt K, thank you for the follow. Free confetti. All yours. Free confetti. Yeah. Everyone that follows gets confetti, people. So you might better follow the channel. And then if you sub, you also get confetti. If you give me bits, you also get confetti. So yeah, you kind of have to deserve it, you know. Okay, I need to... No, this should add logs there already. Okay. Okay, so much spam. Okay, cool. This is what I wanted. Holy. Ensure condition fail. Invocation list in delegate. Different than delegate. Whatever this means, my guy. So on update, unit icon widget, line 143. Which comes from line 100. Obviously it comes from line 100. Yeah. On update. But it's failing here for some reason. Well, it's not failing, it's just logging this unknown function, wherever this means. That this is running on a custom ECS deserves a follow. Yeah, thank you very much. The team will appreciate it. Yeah, we also have the Steam link there, so if you could wishlist the game, that would be cool as well. And on the text panels underneath the stream, there's also a link to the Discord server for the game, where if you are interested in, you will be able to participate in playtests that we tend to run monthly. And then every once in a while, we also have tournaments with prize pools, like real money prize pools. So, and it's all, well, I don't know if it's all free. I don't control that part, but I would say that most people can participate if they show interest and have some experience because essentially you are trying to gather feedback, right? So yeah, if you enjoy this type of games, if you have experience playing them, yeah, all feedback is very much welcome. Not to me, because I only do what I'm told to do, but for the people that are actually leading the project, like Majek, Nick, and Jacob, which are like the 3 game owners, if we can call them that. Yeah, they would appreciate that very much. Okay, why is this missing? What's the issue with this? Invocation lists. Ensure condition failed. I don't know what this means. Oh, I think I know what this means. Do I need to remove these every time before adding, so I don't add them twice if I'm a... Maybe? Who the hell knows? With the set button index just sets the data. Yeah, maybe we need to do a remove first. I don't know, but I don't like these errors. But not thread safe, not checked delegate. Yeah, it's complaining about something. It's complaining about something. Well, but I would say that at the very least, like the complicated bug, the impossible bug, is now fixed. So GG's on that. Okay, play. I need to start adding more songs to my playlist. It's always the freaking same songs every single day. Like, they're not terrible songs, but I already know them. So I kinda miss having different ones. Just destroy them. Crimea will be free. Yes. GG. We freed Crimea. My guy, you are getting cooked alive. Yeah. Holy. Holy. Yeah. Okay, I'm putting more mortars in there. My guys, you have no chance. You won't ever survive the wall of despair. GG's. No, I need to push them. Ah, almost. Go. Pretty cool. Okay, can we actually see like live battles happening somewhere? Oh, Off they go. Conquering Hungary. Now going into Croatia and Slovenia. Pink team giving it all. No one is kept alive. Poor guy from Serbia. Yeah. Fuck Serbia. There, I said it. Now Serbia with the counterattack. The green team doesn't want to surrender to the pink team. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Look at all of these beautiful graphics. Yeah, I would say that the greatest thing about this game is the ability to cast with like the 3D camera, which is freaking hilarious, if I'm gonna be honest with you. Like all of this like cinematic panning and all. Like you could do like cameras on rails animations and stuff. Oh man, it's gonna be so sweet. Okay, so now this didn't complain about the issue, which is kind of sad. Okay. Oh, holy team. Okay. Mortars, mortars, mortars. Mortars, more mortars. Holy. Mortars, more. No one is kept alive. No one is kept alive. You go, little turrets. Go, go, go. Push them, yes. Okay, some medics to help. Yeah. I kind of feel cannons, mortars are like way too OP. But I don't play the game, so I don't know. I would never know. Pretty sweet. Okay, I mean, this appears to be working, you know? So maybe we fix this? Maybe we fix this for real, for real? I don't know. I think we'll need to push this and have more people looking into this. But apparently this kind of fixed the dynamic situation. Maybe we were adding like dynamic twice or something. Who the hell knows? Kinda feel I already heard this music today. I mean, if it was failing before, now it's not failing. Now because these are always sorted by entity IDs as well, clicking the center one will always give me the center guy. Yeah, I mean, this is working. All right, this is working. Which means that I can push this. Hell yeah, yippee! Poggies. Poggies. Nice, good job. Thank you very much. Okay. Okay, I want to get rid of this log. Okay, so we always clear this and then we add it. We add it back. Okay. I'll let the big guys try to take a look at this and see if it's actually fixed for real or not. Don't recreate unit buttons. Update them instead. Yep. Push. Let me just confirm that this actually updates the thing. Don't recreate unit buttons. Okay. And then I add a nice little comment in here. So what was the actual issue? Okay. Every time a unit is spawned, killed, we emit we update the, or we try to update the selected units and broadcast that. So all UI updates with it as well. This was causing every unit button in multi-selection widget to be recreated, which meant that clicks wouldn't go through if you clicked on an old button and then released on the new one, because they add different internal IDs. Internal references, whatever. These change, yeah, whatever. Okay, at least this explains what happened. Good job, good job. Okay, I need to update this now with the hours. How long have I been streaming? 2 hours and a half. I'll put like 1 hour 45, because I keep there's like plenty of time where I'm just like talking and not actually doing anything. GG. 5 hours total. Yeah, that's just, yeah. You know that is true. You know that is true. There's plenty of times where I just talk shit and not actually legit working. Yes, Just, you weren't here yesterday. Did you see me play Balatro? You should have seen me. We also played Wordle. No. Okay. Sucks to be you then. Okay, I think we have another task. Well, I only have like 30 minutes before I need to go. But this one, adds an health bar to the multi-select unit panel. I mean, this shouldn't be too difficult, but now I wonder if we should be reusing the same unit button. Because the only way that I'm imagining this to go is to have the unit button there. Is to add the health bar to the unit button. But then the issue is that the unit button is used in so many places that I don't know. Okay, let's see if Nick said something else. Yeah, no. Just only this one. Adding the health info to the multi-select panel. Well... this music is very F-Zero. Well, it was. Well, congratulations to you. Congrats to you. But I don't want to be working on top of this branch, you know. This branch should have been merged by now. And I don't want to be adding more features to this. I think this is already too big. Majek, can you like check the number of wish lists that we have? Can you like log these on the Discord on like a secret channel or something? So that at the very least I have like an idea if me calling out people to wishlist is actually making something. I know some of the people have wishlisted the game because I told them to, but it would be nice to have like some proper insight into that data. If that is possible. If that's not possible or too difficult, never mind. Yeah, but I don't want to do this on top of this. Even the camera moving stuff should be on a different branch. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll have lunch now, and then on the afternoon we'll work on the other game. Although I know people don't like the other game that much. Maybe people don't like Unity. I don't know. Now it sounds like we are speed marching to the Thinkatorium. Yeah. I think that was... what's the name of the game? One with like the gorilla. Donkey Kong, yeah. Oh, by the way, yesterday I played Ginger Dev's game. All Hail the Orb. Holy crap, is this what's the word? Addicting. Holy crap, is this game addicting. I wasn't ready for this. I kinda thought it wouldn't gonna be a good game or an incredible game. Holy crap, is this addicting, you know? Unity has bad rap due to the shenanigans they did throughout the years. Yeah, but I don't think that's what's causing people to not watch the stream. I think that the project itself, it's just kind of meh, you know? Because it's like, it's a board game, and I'm still implementing game rules. Like, there are no pretty animations, there are no like 3D players moving the pieces or whatever. So it's not like you can move a 3D character in the world and like shoot bullets and sees stuff happening. It's mostly like a blank canvas, and then sometimes you see like colors changing. Yeah, I tend to avoid Unity because of what happened, but it's a shame. It's a nice engine. Yeah, it's a really nice engine. It's very, very easy to do stuff there. But do they still have the same CEO, or did they change the CEO? Oh, it's a new one. Yeah, it's the new one. Obviously, like the other one was complete shit. My boat simulator is trapped in there now. Failed to migrate it to Godot. Why did you fail it to migrate it to Godot though? Pretty sure you can have AI do it one shot. True. I just suck. Took months to do it in Unity? Well, then it's gonna take you 2 days to do it in Godot. I'm pretty certain. Okay, if you pay me 10 bucks, I'll port your I'll port your Unity project to Godot. Without knowing Godot, by the way. I don't know Godot, but I will do it for you. 10 bucks. I don't work for free. I'll take that bet as long as dudes are... No, it's not the bet. It's not the bet. He will pay me and I will do the port. Now, either it takes 2 days or less, and it only costs him 10 euros, or it's gonna take me 2 full weeks, but it only costs him 10 euros as well. In theory, it should be quite simple for a proper maths guy dev. Yeah. But I found it very difficult. I mean, but you have the math written already. Why is it difficult to like port the math to Godot? I think I bumped in converting the Unity helper function. Oh, I see. I see. So you are using like internal Unity stuff, like the quaternion addition, blah blah blah. Like merging two quaternions and rotate the quaternion on a specific axis and that type of stuff. Yeah. Well, I would still LLM it. I mean, you've been using LLMs to do this kind of stuff, so even if you don't want it to do it for you, you could ask it how you could go about it, and maybe it will suggest you like something that you can actually tackle it yourself. Or just pay me, and I'll do it for you as well. Do I want to have the UI in there though? Unit button. Do I want to make this unit button even more convoluted and add like a unit bar, an elf bar? I don't know. I don't think this is my problem for the day. Worth a try. I'm not made of money. It's 10 euros, bro. What the fuck? I'm unemployed. I need to feed myself. I'm not made of money. Well, you are spending more money in a... Anthropics tokens, but sure. Yeah, I said $10. It's not 10 an hour, it's $10. Just for the memes. I would do it for free because it's like free content for the stream. But the free content for the stream won't get me $10, you know. But I still need to have content, but people won't pay me to watch me do it. So they need to pay me for me to do it. Maybe I should come up with yeah, I'm not. I decided I'm not doing more Unreal today. Let me change the scene. But maybe I should come up with something for the 100 followers. You know, I mean, it's only 7 to go. What can I actually give people? Something they want. I don't know. We could maybe play a game together. Suggestion. Yeah. Your suggestion is Doom. I already know. Farm Survivor in Godot, yeah. No fucking guy. Or for 100 followers, but I don't know if I can do this or not. You were wrong. For 100 followers, I could try to... I need to record videos and take like screenshots of Chaotix engine and games. Because some of the past folks asked me for stuff to... How come no LD entry? That's a fun free content idea. Do you mean like making a game or play games by other people? But doesn't it end like today? Or Ludum Dare. By the way, if you guys say Ludum Dare, like, fuck you. At least learn how to pronounce it properly. Said it. Hot take. Fuck you if you don't know how to pronounce Ludum Dare. I thought they had an option to submit late. TS just might know. Well, Simon, we already talked about this. My issue is I have no ideas on how to make a game. That's the issue. Well, GG. It ends on April 21st. Oh, look at that. Today is the April 22nd. GG. Oh boy, I am too late. I missed it. I wanted to work on this so much. One of the reasons why I don't like game jams is just because of the... You just have to overwork yourself, you know, to actually make something proper. And I'm not willing to work more than like 6 hours a day on a game. I'm not doing like 16-hour streams or 12-hour streams or whatever. Absolutely not. Maybe I will do one for the 100 subs. 100 subs goal. I will do a 12-hour stream. Non-stop, no breaks. I can't even get up from my seat. I don't know. I know there are plenty of people that just play these games and provide like feedback and stuff. I do have some game dev and game design experience as well, but I would guess that most people do. Although I have some professional background. But I don't know. I don't like commenting on or shitting on other people's ideas. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. Well, I know what I want to do. Let's play Wordle. I'm just filling in the remaining of the 17 minutes that we have. Okay. We go with my number one picked word. Penis. See? 3 matches. GG with snake. Ah, not bad, not bad. So it's either a U or O. Snow. Snow. You don't type the word. I'm not watching. So this will either be a O or a U. Snut. Is this even a word? Okay, it's not a Q. It's not snow. It's not snow. It's not a W. This is distracting because I'm seeing like the chat scrolling on the other monitor, and I want to look at it very badly, but I can't because I know you guys will just spoil the freaking solution, and then I'll have to ban you. Yeah, I'm gonna ban you if you get the word correct. I'm banning you. No, it cannot be Snope. Snore. 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 GG. GG. Holy crap, you guys wrote a ton. Top-down boat shooter game, multiplayer. Snore? Snore. Wait, we are not supposed to help, right? I bet on snore. Could be a snare. We're scrolling, the hating. Oh, bye-bye. Shit, I'm right. Guess I'm getting banned. Well, damn, no. I'm in control now. Get them, Simonot. Get them. Okay, GG. Yeah, but it's tough. Admire. I mean, pretty legit getting these third try. It's pretty legit. Not if I get him first, yeah. We should have a mod battle. I don't know what type of game Simonot is good at. Well, he's good at racing. Do you know how to play any other game, Simonot? I kinda want to do a 1v1 mods match. Winner takes all. Loser gets unmodded. No, I'm almost entirely retarded. Turn wheel is all I know. Yeah. Well, Algardia doesn't play racing games, unfortunately. Real car race 1v1. Well, I'm pretty sure he's gonna beat you because his car is better than your Dacia. Elgardia is really good at go-karting though. Elgardia is actually good at go-karting. We went go-karting. Well, it was on my bachelor's party. And I finished ahead of me like 3 seconds. And I finished second. When I was peak iRacing player. But yeah, to be honest, you run that track like every year. And it was only like the first time I went there. Yeah, we need to do like a rematch someday. We start from the back though. Yeah. Yeah, we raced twice. So the first one was just to we did like a qualification lap, and then we started regular grid order where Elgardia won and I finished second. And then we started reverse order. Qualifier, regular grid, inverted grid. No, I think we did one qualifier and 2 races though. I think it was 2 races. Yeah, qualifier, regular grid, and then inverted grid. Okay. Yeah. But even in the inverted grid, we finished 1 and 2. So it was really fun. I mean, everyone else was shit, but only us knew kind of what we were doing there. But yeah. Yeah, but Elgardia had like nitro in his go-kart car, so that's why he won, you know? That's easy. That was easy. Okay, I still have 10 minutes to spare. Let me message my wife. It is called No Fear of Death. It was a 50-50. The track is a 50% inside, 50% outside. Where is the map? Why can't I click the map? Maps, Google.com. Yeah, so they have a part of indoor and then you come like outside and stuff. But yeah, outside is only 1, 2, 3, 4 turns outside. I've only done, yeah, I once done outdoor only in Évora. Where the fuck is Évora? It's here. So the cards are somewhere here. Yeah. Oh, I was there, yeah. But this one, we did I did paintball here. This was also a bachelor's party, but it wasn't mine's bachelor's party. We played the paintball here. And then there was also the outdoor karting, which I didn't do the outdoor karting because it happened when I like sliced my hand open in half like the week before. So I still had the stitches and all. So no shot I would grab a wheel. But I did Mini Laguna Seca, Sandy, yeah. But I I did go for the paintball, but it was still not ideal. Yeah, I like Evra very much. It's a nice city. And there's another park where I've done karts in Carregado. Here, yeah. Compare karting. Yeah, but Carregado sucks. Carregado sucks. I raced these here once, like 15 or 20 years ago. But yeah, it's very, very small and very pricey. It was very pricey at the time. Like 20 years ago, it already costed like €1 a minute. TF2? No. I kinda don't play first-person shooters anymore. You know, I'm old. Saj, I'm old, yeah. I've been... I mean, what have I actually been playing the most? I would say Phasmophobia. And even then, I didn't play it for 1 month now. But Phasmophobia is fun. STS2, bro, I don't know what that means. STS2. Slay the Spire 2? No, I have Slay the Spire 1 though. Slay. I have Slay the Spire 1. I haven't beaten Slay the Spire, but I enjoy it very much. Yeah, Slay the Spire 2 is good though. Yeah, but I think Slay the Spire 1 was Unity. But then Unity sucked. By the way, if you guys want some random game to play or some random demo, Roadcraft is hella fun. I mean, I only played like 5 hours of it and it was all because of Simonot. But this is hella fun. This is like huge machinery. Like the game looks really good. Like huge machinery, and you have to like fix a city that has been like, yeah, where something major happened, and you have like to fix the roads, fix the bridges. You have tons of different machines to grab stuff, pull stuff, spread sand. It's hella cool. But yeah, Simonot has the game. If you want a real cool game to play, Wishlist standalone on Steam. Yeah, unfortunately you can't play it. I can. I have the game. But you guys cannot play it. GG, I wishlisted the game. What more have I been playing? I finished The Farmer Was Replaced, which is a little neat coding game where you essentially control like a farming drone, you know, and then you have like a tech tree that you need to complete, and you have different types of crops, and crops have different rules to be placed in. And yeah, I maxed out the tech tree. It's a really nice game, but essentially there's one point in time where you just leave the thing running on its own because it didn't update. It didn't count if you close the game. You know, there are some types of idle games where if you close the game and you return the next day, then they will give you a portion of the crops that you'd be gaining as if your drone was working like non-stop. But yeah, Farmer Woods is replaced, forced me to have the game open. So that's why I have 55 hours of it, because I needed to leave the game open for like 2 entire days in order to actually finish the game. Yesterday, for example, I started playing All Hail the Orb. I've played for a little bit over 3 hours. The game is really good. The game is by a fellow Twitch streamer called Le Ginger Dev, which is this guy, Le Ginger Dev. And I don't know if the game like gives you stuff if you are offline, but with these 3 hours, I'm like already 50% in terms of, well, not really. Well, I don't know exactly if I'm finishing the game or not. The game tells me I am, but maybe it's all just a lie, you know? But I'm on an area of a game where I just need to collect an absurd amount of stuff. Like there's not much stuff else to do, I think. So yeah, I don't know. The other day I did one of Exapunk's levels. This is also like some sort of coding game with their own like assembly-esque code where you control each one of these robots individually. I like coding games very much. I don't know why. Like I think I just enjoy coding, and I enjoy appearing smart to the rest of the people, I guess. So yeah, I have that. I have Infinifactory, which is kind of similar. Last Call BBS is also that kind of game, more like synthesizer, the same. Gen, TIS. Oh, by the way, have you ever played Typoids? It's like the best game that is launching on Steam this year. And if you guys don't know, it's by a cool dev called TS Just. Look at his hands. We can see his hands here. Look at his arm. Look at him. He has a beard. He has a blue team shirt. Look at his hands. Perfect cuticles. You know? Pretty cool. Pretty cool. He lost a keyboard key when slamming it. Did he? Yoink. Yeah. Well. Yeah, that one and that one. But maybe did it on purpose so they would jump, you know? I would say it was... No, they look attached. I don't know. But yeah. Toot, toot, toot. Look at that. At that. Fast typing. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Cat. Steam Deck. Mac. It works everywhere. Another PC. Timbo. Upper arm freckle. Clearly a regular t-shirt wearer. What does that mean? I don't know what the freckle is. Where do you see that? Do you only have one cat or do you have multiple cats? Cat. Every cool person has a cat, yeah. Elgardia has 3 cats as well. I only have 1. Simonot has 3. What do you mean by freckle? Like, tell me. What's a freckle? When can I see the freckle? Is it here? It's a little brown spot. like this. You get this for wearing shirts. It's like skin cancer beginner set. So this. Am I dying? Help! Help! Skin cancer? Help! You may be, yes. Well, fuck me. Because I have these since I was a kid. They are the same same signs. Same ones. Yeah. Yeah, all the degenerate coders have cats. Yeah, all degenerate coders have cats. Okay. Let's maybe play Typoid's demo. When is the next update? Yes, Joss, when is the next update? Soon. Star Rupture is hella fun. I don't know if you guys know this game. I saw maybe this is gonna lag the stream. I saw what's his name? I forgot. He's probably streaming now. Let me see. What's his name? Carnage. I saw Carnage play Star Rupture. Holy hell, is this a game fun. I have a... Well, I only played for 4 hours apparently. But I did buy the game. They have like a free demo. I believe that you can play as well. Maybe not. Or maybe the demo doesn't show because I bought the game. I don't know. But it's a freaking fun game. And essentially, I don't know if you guys want me to sell the game to you. But essentially, you are the first person of humankind to land on a foreign planet. And essentially you have to explore the planet. And you have to like construct the very first human base on that planet. And the planet is really cool. It has like a bunch of like animals, if you want to call them that. But then the more you play, you will notice that actually maybe you are not the first person in there. You know? Maybe something else happened. And I don't know if they actually show it here. But yeah, they show it. So I will show it. But essentially it's a very large area where you can build pretty much whatever. You kind of have to connect the different bases with the like power lines and stuff, and then like rails to send the things you mine to a central hub where you can then like upgrade stuff and all. But the cool thing about this game, which is what I really like about this game, is that the world is kind of reset every single day. Okay, like everything that is at surface level gets reset every single day. And you might think, oh, how do they reset it? Do they just, you go to sleep every single day and then the next time you boot up the game you have like new animals and new plants and new trees? No, it's way better than that. It's the first time I've seen this on a game, and it's freaking beautiful. Let me see if I can actually like show it here. I know they'll show it, but you can create like these huge cities hub stuff. You have like drones flying between stuff. This is kind of a Factorial-like game, but in 3D. With some exploration that you can do. And then you have monsters and animals and all of that stuff. You can upgrade stuff. Wildlife. But then everything that is living gets like reset every single day. And essentially a huge storm happens every single day, which was that little part there. This part here. This happens live in the game. Okay, this happens live. So whenever this happens, they give you like a 1 minute countdown where you need to find like an area for you to protect. And you see a huge fireball clashing against the planet. And like a heat wave dissipating over everything. And it's freaking amazing. Like seeing these live in game the first time, oof. It's so good.
Your galactic assistance liaison.
Let's see the wipe here.
Activity detected. Hide.
Like,
Ruptura status stable.
Like it's freaking amazing because for like when that rupture happens and it happens like every single day.
Good luck.
For like 5 minutes you need to stay inside. So you need to find stuff to do inside when that happens. Because everything is like extremely hot, so you can't go outside or you will die. And the game is multiplayer. I've only played it single player. Does it change the terrain? No, it just wipes every animal, every tree, every bush, every fruit. Anything that is living on the surface gets wiped. And then the planet starts like regenerating itself slowly. You know? And then it will take like another 4 hours for the next wipe. And then for that 4 hours, you see like the little plants like sprucing out of the ground, like small animals first appear and then larger animals appear to eat the small ones. Like it's pretty cool. It's pretty very, very dynamic. It feels like a living, breathing planet every single day. It's really cool. And it's very scary when you are like very far away and then they give you, oh, we can sense like the rupture is about to happen. And you are like, oh shit, I'm very far away from where I'm safe. And then you just sprint as fast as you can. It's really, 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 really cool. I enjoy it a ton. But yeah, maybe we should find more people and play this. This is multiplayer, up to 4 people. So maybe that's a plan. Okay, in the 3-body problem, book Netflix series. Yeah, I don't watch Netflix. A star rupturing or being plucked occurs when the Solaris planet enters a chaotic, unstable orbit in a system with 3 suns, leading to extreme and unpredictable temperatures and the collapse of civilizations. Yeah, then I would say that probably this is probably inspired by that. But it's really cool, like the world wipe. Yeah, this happens daily and around the same time. It's almost as if the nearest star like pulsates like every few hours, and whenever it pulsates, like a sheer amount of energy collides against the planet and everything dies. Everything at surface dies. But yeah, the game is freaking beautiful. You have like the giant like star there, like always glowing like the sun. And then it gets unbearably bright, where you can even look outside because of how bright it is. And then you need to find cover. Yeah, and they have been updating the game like every 2 weeks or something with like hot fixes and stuff and updates. So I haven't played this update 1, so I don't know what the hell is happening. Okay, so there are spoilers ahead. Well, maybe I don't want to check the spoilers. But yeah, this is essentially a Factorio, a 3D Factorio. It's not the same as the other game. What's it called? What's the other game called? Which is also 3D Factorio-like. Man, I don't know. Satisfactory? Yeah. It's not like Satisfactory, because from what I understood from playing, it depends on the type of implementation that you have on the rails. So when you have like multiple rails mining stuff and you are like putting stuff on the rails, then stuff needs to get consumed from the rails that you have that stuff on, right? And if I recall correctly, because I did play Satisfactory, I don't own the game, but I'm a pirate every once in a while. But on Satisfactory, you create a rail to put what you mine to, and then you have to connect that rail into its final destination. Meaning that you always need to join rails of the same type, so you only have one type there of object, of ingredient, whatever you want to call it, because it's a push like system, you know, like you are pushing stuff into the system, and if it gets blocked because you assigned one railing to the wrong consumer, then it's gonna get stuck, because it's like always trying to pushing and nothing is getting consumed ever. And on Star Rupture, it's different, and it's kind of like Factorio, where it is a pool-like system, meaning that you can have like a single railing with a bunch of different objects, items inside, item types inside, but then you can have that multi-type railing connect to individual consumers, and then the consumers will automatically pull the types that they need. So you never do the mistake of sending wrong stuff, sending a wrong type to a consumer, because in this game the consumer is the one that pulls what items it needs from the like single multi-bus. So the way of building, it's very similar to Factorio. Isn't that just the smart splitter in Satisfactory? Maybe. I haven't played Satisfactory that much, but maybe. But by default, Satisfactory is different, and then you have items that you need to place yourself to actually behave this way. But this game does it by default, and in my opinion, it feels better like building those large like railings of items, because essentially you can have like, this planet is huge. Well, so is in Satisfactory, but what this allows you to do is you'll be able to have like a group of different ore deposits like very, very far away, and then just putting them into a single rail and send them to your main rail, and then everything will be pulled automatically. You don't need to join them and then split them and then make sure that they connect to the proper machines. Yo, beloved streamer. Hello, Bravel Gaming. I saw that you DM'd me. That is very suspicious.
And now a very special
but welcome to the stream. How is streaming going on Twitch? I mean, it's going. This is our second month of streaming. And we are trying to reach 100 followers. Yeah. But I was actually about to end stream because I'm having lunch now. And then I will be back in 1 hour. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Yeah, everyone, thank you very much for watching the stream. It's 1:20 p.m. here. Bye, GG, nice stream, GG, 1:18. Yeah, it's 1:18 p.m. here. I'm hungry, you know. I need to go. I need to take a little rest before the afternoon stream. So thank you much for everyone for watching. And I'll see you guys in like 1 hour. Is there someone that I could raid or not really? Oh, I actually see that you followed the channel, Bravo, but I didn't get the notification, but I see that you followed. So this confetti is all yours, my man. Thank you. Yeah, there's a Rust, there's Matt Sherpy. Well, I don't like raiding people because I feel like then I'm obligated to stay there, you know? So I'd rather do my own thing. Everyone, thank you very much. I'll get going. I'll be back in about 1 hour. I have a Discord server in case you guys want to join. And I usually announce there whenever I'm coming live. But you can also drop a follow here on Twitch. And you'll also get that notification. Deal? Deal. Okay. I'll be back in around 1 hour. I would say more like 40 minutes. 40 minutes. No deal. Deal? No deal. Okay. Then I'll stay here and die of hunger. If you prefer that. But then you won't have the streamer. Good. Suffer. Now you suffer. Yeah. Okay, everyone. I'm gonna get going. Thank you very much. And I'll see you in about an hour. See ya.